We do not have four-wheel drive, and our van is extra long, which means it doesn't always get to the places we really love to be. We decided to go all out on space for our bed.
I'm cooking with gas.
It's always better to have more information.
Namaste.
Namaste. All right, so I wanted to share a little bit about how we boondock in our van. We do not have four-wheel drive, and our van is extra long, which means it doesn't always get to the places we really love to be. But we really enjoy boondocking and finding spots where there aren't any other people for kind of a ways around, and that we can explore and do our morning yoga and just live a little in the wild. And so we need to find places that are accessible to us, and it takes a little doing, and I thought I would share how I do it. So if we're interested in boondocking in an area, often the first thing we do is stop by a ranger station and get these awesome motor vehicle use maps. This one we picked up at the ranger station in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. It was closed because it was a weekend when we were there, but usually they'll have some maps either posted or also just for free to take at the ranger station. And so we got this one even though the ranger station was closed. And so this was sort of the start of our exploration. We came from Truth or Consequences and we came down through here, checked out the town of Chloride, which is a ghost town, although there were people living there, so it wasn't entirely ghosty. The road further up was very rough, and we did not attempt that. We decided to drive along 52, stop at the forest kiosk for more information, because it's always better to have more information, and then head up this way and check out these little roads to see where we might boondock. That was our plan. Unfortunately, by the time we finished checking out Chloride, we were running a little late. Dan had a meeting, a work meeting that he had to do. So we stopped at the forest boundary and hung out a while there. Dan did his meeting. There was actually no information at the kiosk other than to tell us there was a burn ban in this forest, so no campfires. When that meeting was over, we headed up. We skipped this little road here. There is, as you might see, there's two little boondocking spots there, but we decided to skip it because it was pretty open land and we were looking for something a little higher and a little more sheltered from the sun. It was super hot and we knew it would be hot the next few days, so we headed up. You can't see the elevation here, but this is all up into the forest. We skipped a few of these mostly because they looked a little rough. And we weren't sure we wanted to tackle that in the van. Once we got up to here, we thought we might give it a try. The road in looked okay from where we were, and we could see that there were 4 spots according to this map where we could definitely boondock, and it looked like there wasn't a whole lot of development this way. The road in was rougher than we expected. Going, man. did find this spot right here, and that's where we set up. Stop! Straighten out a little. A little further back. Good morning. Well, we're here in New Mexico, boondocking. This is the view we've got right now. There's no one around but cows. It's a pretty awesome spot. We're gonna try to stay here a couple of days. And while we're here, I thought I would show you the inside of our van. Here's Dan working. And here's our kitchen. It's outside. We have a small propane tank that fits on our roof when we're driving. We have our yoga mats out because we tried to do some yoga today, even though my back has been hurting. I gave it a good try anyway. And we have our indoor-outdoor rug that we only put out when we're planning to stay somewhere a while. The bucket, one of our chairs, that one is mine. We have our satellite system, which enables Dan to work. And we have this terrific awning from Roam.com, ROAM. And it was a great birthday present last year from my parents. And we use it really kind of a lot during the summer and also when it's rainy. All right, the inside. Not too fancy. I guess I should have cleaned up a little more. All right. This is the rest of our kitchen right here. This is our sink and our fruit and vegetable bowl and our pot that we cook most everything in. This in here is what we call our chuck box. It's got our water system, which is really just two of these big tanks and a pump. And then inside here, we keep all the food that might be attractive to rodents. We try to keep it locked up so that we don't get mice. And then all our cutlery and dishes. We have our cutting boards and the lid for our pot. All right, well, while we're in camping mode, we have our swivel seat turned around. We have this space in the middle, which right now has Dan's computer bag, a very large bag of rocks, and our technical equipment, which is really not that much. This is our junk drawer, we call it. This is where all our snacks go for when we're driving. It's got anything that doesn't need to be refrigerated or stored, ready to eat. And here's our fridge, which we've had for 2.5 years. It's small, but it's been working pretty well for us. It was the cheapest of the line, Bouge RV fridge, 48 liters, I believe. It's awesome. Here's our bookshelf. Inside the bookshelf, we have a random assortment of things. Our window screens, our extra glasses, our speaker. This is all the cords and things. All the stickers we've collected along the way. We have clips and hand sanitizer readily available. We have this really awesome, very high power flashlight that we put out at night when we need to. It's magnetized and clips right onto the side of the van. There's the rest of our internet system and our jackery. When we're driving, it hooks into the wall, but it's a little loose right now. Dan's guitar. More cords and random things that we need. And then there's our bed. It's a queen size bed. It's really a lot of room. We decided to go all out on space for our bed. It does convert into a bench, but we spent a lot of time designing that. Bought that lagoon table arm, and we never, ever use it. It is always a bed. We have our bedside tables, or really we call them our pouches. This one is mine. That one is Dan's. Really handy to have that. When we first started van life, we were switching where the head of the bed was, depending on the tilt that we were sleeping on. But nowadays we just park so that this side is always the head of the bed. There are window coverings that we use when we need to for the back windows and the side windows here, but those are stored. This is just more cupboards. In this cupboard we have Dan's work shirt. He has a couple, but that's the one he uses most of the time. His backpack, and then back here we have a cupboard that has some more storage containers and cereal. This is our coffee and spice rack. All the things we need to make our coffee are pretty well right here. There's spices. We carry a pineapple often because it's nice when we're running low on fresh fruit. We can cut the pineapple up and use it as fresh fruit, and it stores a long time in this form. So it's a very handy traveling fruit. And then there's our coffee mugs. And my sister, Lisa, made these for me. Really nice to have homemade family mugs. We try to have something that from all of our loved ones here in the van so that we can remember them as we're going along. Every day they're in our minds. We have a little bit more kitchen storage here. Laundry under the bed. That's pretty well it. You can access the chuck box from both sides. It's kind of handy when it's cold or rainy. And that is our home. Our whole van home right there. Not too exciting, but yeah, we didn't go all out on fancy, but we really love the colors and the fact that we built it all ourselves, and we're always modifying it as we needed. This cupboard was added, and also the bookshelf was added after we were on the road. These cupboards here have all our clothes. We have bins of clothing in there. That's not a very exciting place to look. It's kind of crammed full of every kind of thing we might need. Lots of different gear for different things. Under the bed we have some storage. We have all our backpacking gear under the bed in cupboards that we can reach. And we also have these two big storage boxes that go under the bed to keep our satellite system and my rock saw. because our audio sucks.
Right. You can voice over this.
Uh-huh. What you doing?
I'm cooking.
Well, what are you cooking?
I'm cooking with gas.
Yes, and?
We're having tonight. We're having turkey tacos, and jalapenos, and rice, and beans. And we're cooking it all up.
Namaste. We just finished our yoga. We're not very good at it.
We'll live stream it one day.
We only do it when there's no one around, and we're boondocking and there's no one around, so it's perfect. We're kind of done. Right there, that's the stressful stuff. If you van life, be prepared for that. Ah. No, running. Oh, deep. This spot here is very close to the road. You can see a little behind out there. But we were going to stay here and we decided to risk it and do all that crazy driving. It was worth it, I think. Let's see if we can get out. Here's the road. We made it. There it is. All right, so that's my first try at explaining how we find our boondocking spots. And I'm wondering if there are any questions or any things that you'd really like to know. If you are curious about boondocking or living off the grid in the National Forest, camping off the grid in the National Forest, please let me know. I'd love to answer your questions if you have any. We've been doing this for almost 3 years now in our van, and as you can see, it's not it's not really a four-wheel drive rough and ready rig. It's just what we have. So if you have any questions about it or about camping in general, let us know. We'll try to answer them.